everybody, welcome to Minty Monday, and today is a special Minty Monday. Today is truly Minty Monday. This is my 10-year tattoo anniversary. April 22nd, 2019. April 22nd, 2009, I walked in as a scared little apprentice. And here I am, 10 years later. And people think, who gives a shit? You've been doing this 10 years. You know, you got the haters out there. But, fuck them, right? It's a big thing to go through, to do a career for a long time, especially with what I've gone through. And not just me, I'm not saying just because I made it through here, it doesn't mean anything, but it's kind of awesome to know that I was 21 years old and I'm 31 years old now, and I've been able to grow a successful career. Most people my age they're, switching careers at this point, or switch 2 or 3 careers. So it's kind of cool to build this and do something that means something to people. You know, I mean, tattoos mean something to people, and that's what makes this worth it, and it makes it fun. Anyways, rambling on, I know. But I wanted to talk about today, kind of like a little journey in my career, where it went, and how awesome it's been. 10 years ago today. Well, 10 years ago yesterday is when I walked into the shop to get the job. And that was intimidating. You know, I mean, I was really walking into it. I'll say, fucking my friends up beforehand. Thought I was hot shit going into this, and little did I know, I didn't know anything. Essentially, what I want to talk about is my little journey on the way. It's been crazy. I started off fucking my friends up years before I started even tattooing professionally, but when I got into the professional scene, my world completely changed. I've sacrificed so much for this industry, and I think that's what it kind of takes to really run your career, especially in your 20s. You know, I sacrificed my marriage, I sacrificed family, I sacrificed friends, I sacrificed life. I mean, for the first 2 years of my career, I worked 7 days a week, open to close, every day. Barely taking a day off. I mean, I don't even think I took a day off for my birthday. We closed for Christmas, but even on the 4th of July, we were open for a party for us, and we were still doing work and stuff, so it was, the first couple of years were insane. And my beginning journey in Wisconsin was absolutely amazing. I take so much away from there, and it's forever in my heart. I know the people that I was involved with who are still here don't see that or feel the same way, but it's because of them. It's because of my mentor, Mike, who has since passed away. It's because of them and him especially that I'm able to sit here and talk to you guys 10 years later. Someone gave me a chance, and because of that chance in Wisconsin, I've done so much, and I met so many great people in the first 5 years that I was in Wisconsin. Like lifetime friendships. People I just recently tattooed someone that I met 7 years ago in the industry. That they were getting tattooed by Mike, my mentor, and now that he's gone, I'm tattooing them, and it's happened with a few people, and it feels great that these people trusted him so much that now that they see what I can do and they trusted me, and it means a lot. And to kind of fast forward through the Wisconsin years, I mean, that's when I was going through chemo. Like my first year, I started this in April. Come August, I had cancer. I found out I had cancer, and then I went through divorce, and all this was in my first year of tattooing. All this stuff to try and get me to quit and do something else, and I stuck through it. And because of that, and because of the people I had around me in Wisconsin, I was able to really grow and learn the basics and get the mindset of this business. And then I got to a point where I was depressed. I needed to be closer to my friends and family, because for 5 years I was an hour to 2 hours away from them. And I know that doesn't seem a lot, but when you're working 7 days a week, it's a lot. So I fell into a bad funk for the last year I was in Wisconsin. And I mean, that's where I could say I was at my lowest. Even going through the chemo and the other stuff, emotionally, mentally, that's where I was at the worst. So I made the choice of, I need to go and explore other avenues. And then I left Wisconsin. It was the hardest thing in my career still to date that I've had to do, was leave where I was given this gift to learn how to do this craft. But it was something I had to do, otherwise who knows where I would be emotionally, mentally. It's sad. It's still like, it chokes me up that when I left, I was kind of like shunned out. And after I put my heart and soul into it, and no one understood why I left, but I had to go. It wasn't anything to do with them. I love them. I still love them. Even though I don't talk to them, I still love them. And still mean the world to me. So anyways, I moved to Illinois, and I did a little jumping around in Illinois, just kind of, I was in the same place for so long. I went to the first shop I went to, and I had my first real enemy. I had enemies that I've worked with, but, I had control of it. See you later. But this is where I didn't have control of it anymore. And I worked with someone who just butted heads. I couldn't do it. And I found another shop that I met one of my best friends still to this day and worked. And actually this shop that I'm in now was that shop. It's not that shop anymore. We've since changed that. But new ownership. And I'll get to this part just later. But it's the same location. It's pretty awesome. This is where the room I was in. And then after that, I went to a shop. After about a year and a half there, I went to this shop called Ace One, where I met Tat Mano. And Tat Mano is now who owns this. And him and I became really good friends. And again, this shop's going to tie back into that, and that's kind of what I'm building up to. And I worked with him for a few months, and I got this chance to go down to Florida. My mom moved down to Florida a few months prior to me moving to Florida, and I was like, you know what? I love my mom. I'm a mama's boy. So what do? I moved out of Florida, but I moved 3 hours away from my mom. Not because that's where I wanted to be, but 3 hours in a car is better than 6 hours in an airport and flying time and all that fun stuff and expenses. I can just, hey, I'm getting off work, I'm going up there, I'm going to my mom, I'm going to Disney World. It was awesome. And I miss it now. It's the one thing I hate about being back up in Illinois is I can't just drive and see my mom. I'm mama's boy. I'm gonna say it. Not gonna lose it. Gonna hold it. It's been a very emotional couple days for me. I had my art show on Saturday, which was awesome, and I want to thank everybody on here again for that. I mean, it was unbelievable. And then yesterday, the emotional toll of knowing that that was the 10 years ago is when I got the chance. Said, okay, you can go, and then this. Yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah. So then I moved to Florida and had a chance to move down to Florida. And in Florida is where I got to meet a lot of people who have influenced my career from the beginning. I got to meet people from Ink Masters and sit alongside them and watch them do their thing and learn from people and pick their brains. And just people that I remember the one day that I realized that one of the shops that I always wanted to go and visit where people like Frank Sinatra and Joe Cassell are at, and I always see they do these awesome guest spots where I've met Jesse Smith and Jimmy Litwack there, and Chris Plinston and all these other awesome people down there. When I remember the day I was down there, I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. I'm going there. And those people, amazing, blew my mind, taught me so much stuff just in a little bit that I hung out with them. And I learned a lot from them on the industry, and that's why I do things like the art shows. I want to do things, I want to bring artists together, and that was the whole point of my throwing the party, was to bring artists together. Anyways, Florida was kind of crazy. Outside of meeting them, I technically worked at 3 shops while I was in Florida. First one, fucking nightmare. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm not giving even the light of the day. Second shop was kind of cool. It was a newer shop, and it just fell flat on its face. Things out of my control. It was just kind of it wasn't that, it was fun. I loved it. I was so upset when it ended, but it just kind of ended so abruptly. So when it ended, right around that time, my girlfriend lost her job, and our lease was coming up, and I decided I'm gonna go find another shop, and I ended up working at a shop that, if I was still in Florida, it was, the people were amazing. Darian Lisker, Adrian, I don't want to butcher your last name, but you guys were awesome. If you guys watched this, thank you guys for that brief time I was with you guys. But so we decided that she lost her job, our lease was up. Why not try it? I took her up here for vacation. We came up here for vacation to Illinois, and next thing you know, we decided to move back. So we got that up, and of course, I ended up back with Tatmano. He ended up buying a shop in that time frame that I was in Florida. And throughout that time, he wanted to open up a second location, and I was like, hey dude, I know this awesome location. Need some damage control because they've got some, you know, the name and whatnot, the reputation's kind of low, but it's a badass place. And a few months later, here we are. And he trusted me. He trusted me enough to run this for him and do the things for him while he takes care of the other shop. And I want to thank you, Tat, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do all of this, you know? And I mean, it's amazing. I want to thank you. And it's allowed me to take some big steps. Last year, I took on an apprentice for the first time ever. She might be my one and only apprentice. Her name's Erica. She goes by Junior Mint Tattoos. I'll link her below. She was one of those people that walked into the shop and I was like, I need to make sure she gets tattooing because her artwork's unbelievable. And I couldn't not have her here. She just needed to do it. She needed to have that opportunity. And I questioned me being able to do it because, you know, I was like, I suck at this. I think I suck at everything because that's what pushes me. But I knew where I was at. I was realistic with myself, and I knew I can get her going and get her, teach her the basics and teach her some history and teach her how to build the machines and do the proper things. And she's been amazing and unbelievable. And it's been a crazy experience. She helped me set up the art show the other day. She does anything without questioning. She's basically fucked over any future apprentice out there. I've had people tell me like, dude, she's the perfect apprentice. She does what she's supposed to do. I'm like, I know. I've been in this 10 years, and I've seen a lot of bad apprentices. A lot, and most of them are dicks that don't last. But so it means the world that I can pass on this knowledge to her and have hopefully one day she pass it on. She's gonna be good. I mean, a year from now, she'll be a couple years into her career. She's gonna be better than me, hands down. And I'm okay with that because I know I'm continuing to push myself because I got so much more to grow. I still think I suck. Anyways, I want to end on two things. I want to end on, before I go any further, I want to thank Jill, of all people. If it wasn't for her, she's my best friend. She's my partner, my life partner. She's practically my wife. We're practically married. We live together. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to do this. There's, with me bouncing around a little bit, the bouncing around I've done with, whenever you go to a new place, it's always hard to build the customers. If it wasn't for her and being able to work her retail job and get at least our basics covered, I wouldn't be able to do this. So, babe, thank you more than any. Thank you so much. And that's all I'm gonna say about that because I'm gonna lose it. And I'm gonna lose it probably anyway. I want to thank, even though you're not with us anymore, I want to thank you, Mike. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have any of this. And I hope you understood why I left. I know you and I talked before I left, but if you can hear me, I hope that you hear me. Yeah, that's it. Thanks to everybody who's supported me throughout the years and been there. Cheers to the next 10. Who knows where it's going to go? It's going to be awesome. I've learned so much, and I'm going to apply that every day from here on out. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. Push yourselves, and I'm going to go bawl my eyes out like a little girl. Thank you, guys. Enjoy. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's content. Please be sure to follow me on my other social media networks, Art of J Nasca on Facebook, and guessed it, Art of J Nasca on Instagram. Thanks for watching Minty TV. Means the world. Be sure to subscribe and check out some of my other videos. Means the world to me. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Push yourselves and you can do it. Thank you guys.